Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your love and relationship reading for the month of February. I'm going to first do a spread for my single Cancers, and then I will be moving into a spread for couples. This is a generalized reading, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. I'd like to encourage you guys to check out your moon and rising sign and see if the information within the readings that correlate with your moon and rising sign pertain to you more. Okay, I am available for private readings as well as to answer any questions at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Okay, so I think we'll use my Mary L. Tarot deck. Okay, so we have some heavy emotion cards. Oops. Some heavy emotion cards that have come out in this reading. The first represents where you're at right now, and this is the King of Cups. Deep emotions. You're also someone who can be wounded rather easily when threatened. You can feel like a victim, okay? But what's working for you is the King of Discs. So we have these two really strong personality cards coming out. The King of Discs, this is what's working for you. This has to do with your love of family, your love of nature, and your deep connection to family, okay? But what's crossing you is the Star. I feel like this could mean that you're having a lack of faith, a lack of hope, that you're looking for a guiding light to help you work through some of this mental angst that you're dealing with. And you feel like you're not getting support. There could be an element of doubt that you're dealing with. The next card represents the foundation of the situation, and this is the Two of Swords. This has to do, and it's awfully closely related to the recent past, which is the Justice card. What this lets me know is that you have a tendency to see things very black and white and not so much gray, okay? You have a set idea of what you want going on in your mind, and sometimes when those things aren't met, you're quick to cut off. The Two of Swords lets me know that you're having a sort of standoffish approach, a protective approach that you're applying to new relationships that are coming into your life. And this could stem from past experiences that you've been dealing with. So in regards to the recent past, as we just said, you see things very black and white. You want things very honest and very transparent. This could indicate that maybe in a past relationship there was an element of deception that you were dealing with, and something that I think that you are still holding on to, which has to do again with the Two of Swords and the standoffish approach. The next card is the Hierophant, and this has to do with your aspirations, what you really want. And what this is letting me know is, even though you have these issues, the standoff approach that you're dealing with, which I think can be something that you can really work through, is that with the Hierophant, it's like ready or not, here I come. You want something that's really long lasting, really honest, upfront. We have the Justice card. But with the Hierophant, so you have this very honest, you want something very honest, but also the Hierophant has a very nurturing, very caring capacity. That individuals usually closely identify with, and usually people who are closely related to the Hierophant often work in areas of charity. The next card has to do with you and the environment of the future. This is the Hermit. This has to do with a lot of inner reflection, introspection, and getting back in touch with your spirituality, which I think is something that you're also struggling with. But one of the things that I want to remind you is that oftentimes so first of all, the Hermit lives on the outskirts of society because the Hermit doesn't allow society to define him or her, okay, which is really awesome. But one of the things when dealing with the Hermit, and I also strongly identify with this, is that sometimes hermits are so deep and intellectual and they love their alone time, they're deeply spiritual, but they have a tendency to sometimes isolate themselves, and that can often work against them. So if you're single, which is a single reading, and you're wanting to go out and meet people, I encourage you to, spend some time with some friends, make yourself get out of the house, okay? Now, the outcome is the Ten of Swords. I think that for my Cancer friends, this is going to be a month of reflection, and really figuring out what you want and how to deal with some of the trauma that you've dealt with past relationships, okay? This has to do with holding on to the past, angst, and possibly depression. And it's really easy if you're spending a lot of time alone to focus on things that aren't working for you, okay? But, we do have some powerful cards throughout this spread, and you can really channel them to manifest good things into your life, okay? So, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the King of Cups, we have the Hierophant. These are all really powerful cards. So this is really letting me know that you're in a very powerful place in your life where you are able to really manifest the things that you want. Okay? So I don't want you to be discouraged. It looks like this is going to be a month of manifestation for you, which I think is going to be really good, because I think working through these issues, they're going to allow you to really build a strong foundation for new love and opportunities to enter your life. A good foundation for new love to grow. So now I'm going to be moving into our relationship readings for our Cancers. Put that right there. Okay. So the first card in the spread represents what you're bringing into this relationship, and this is the Three of Swords. Or excuse me, this is the Seven of Swords. One of the things that when I think of the Seven of Swords has to do, and this again has to do with what you're bringing into the relationship. This has to do with maybe you haven't been completely forthcoming or completely transparent with where you're at in regards to your life, this relationship. And that could have something to do with the fact that maybe past relationships have influenced this, kind of guardish attitude that you have. When you're in a relationship, it's often scary to be very open and vulnerable. And it's not that you're trying to keep secrets from this individual. It could just be a manner of sometimes having a hard time being willing to communicate fully with someone. The next card indicates where you're at in regards to the other person. This is the Fool. This is kind of, you having the approach of this wonderful, happy, go-lucky type of attitude, but in a mental space where you're just kind of walking on air. This is someone who, you're very, very happy with, and you're kind of thinking like, how did this happen? This relationship is just wonderful. I love this individual. So you're just kind of, having that euphoric sense of walking on the clouds, so to speak. The next card indicates what you want from this relationship. This can indicate, the long-term promise of having a lifetime partner, or if you guys are already in a serious relationship, continue to work on moving forward with your serious relationship, and just continue to, develop your relationship with one another. The next card represents what the other person is bringing into the relationship, and this is the Four of Pentacles. This individual has a very protective state of mind in regards to this relationship. Someone who is very protective. But this can also, work for you or against you. You know that this individual values this relationship and keeps this relationship sacred. However, it could also come across as being smothering and kind of selfish as well. The next card represents what the other person is getting out of this relationship. This is the Tower. I think that you really changed this individual's life. I think that you coming into this individual's life was something that was very life-changing. This could also indicate that maybe you guys went from dating to maybe moving in together or getting engaged and getting married. Something changed, something happened, okay? That this individual is adjusting to. And that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing, okay? The next card represents what the individual, what they want from you. And this is a Page of Wands. This has to do with a new start. I think that this has to do with a new direction that this relationship has taken in. I don't think that this individual has had a lot of experience with this change that you guys went through, but this person has an open mind and wants to continue to move forward with it. And we also have, since this is a Page of Wands card or a Wands card, so we have those passions that's also working for this relationship. The next card represents how you see this other person, and this is the Nine of Cups. So this is like a wish card. This is hopeful thinking. This is moving forward, continuing to work on this relationship with long-term promise. Okay, this is a serious relationship that you're taking very seriously. The next card represents how the other person sees you, and this is the Queen of Wands. This person sees you as a very strong individual, very powerful. This could also indicate that you're some type of entrepreneur. This person has a lot of respect for you and really wants, to continue to build your life with as a partner. The next card represents the outcome, and this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords has to do with sort of a standoff, and I think that this has to do with the Seven of Swords. Now, this doesn't mean, that this relationship is going to end. This just means that this is a bump in the road that you guys need to work through, okay? This has to do with being able to communicate with each other, see things through each other's perspective. And I think that this has something to do with the Seven of Swords, this not being completely transparent. I think that your partner is going to be completely open to it. I think that these are some things that generally that you're going to need to work out. And I think it stems from things that have happened to you in the past, burdens that you've carried from other relationships into this one. So especially since we're dealing with issues of communication, I think it's really important that, you work with fluorite. This is going to aid in effective communication. It's going to help balancing emotions. And also, for my singles, I think it's really important that you work with rose quartz. This is going to help encourage love, self-love, and being able to really fully communicate love with others around you as well. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at monterflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys. Bye.